Okay, let's do it.
Stand by, everyone. Straight to you, Wolf.
Well, get your one, Jack, go.
Let's get right to Jack Cafferty for the Cafferty File. Jack.
Wolf, the facts have been staring us right in the face for a good long while now. Our skyrocketing national debt will eventually take this nation down if Washington refuses to act. The president of the Federal Reserve Bank in Kansas City warns of a new financial crisis if the U.S. doesn't address its growing debt problems. He says mounting deficits could lead to inflation, and if that happens, the Federal Reserve will be forced to raise interest rates, which will then make paying the interest on our more than $12 trillion national debt next to impossible. At 5%, the interest on $12 trillion is $600 billion a year, for which we get nothing. The government must either cut spending or raise taxes or both. Those are the only ways to address the expected deficit this year alone of $1.6 trillion. Last Friday, behind closed doors, out of sight of the prying eyes that would contribute to transparency, President Obama signed a bill raising the national debt ceiling to more than $14 trillion. Another ominous sign that U.S. debt is unsustainable, foreign demand for U.S. treasuries fell by a record amount in December, with China selling off more than $32 billion in treasuries. China is saturated with U.S. treasuries, which could force us to look elsewhere to finance our debt. Japan, Great Britain, maybe for a while, but how long before they say no? President Obama is planning to sign an executive order tomorrow that will set up a debt panel. This bipartisan commission is meant to come up with ways to reduce the deficit. It's a nice idea, but in reality, it is meaningless. The Senate already rejected a stronger version of this panel, which would have actually had the power to force Congress to act. The President's Commission won't have the power to force Congress to do anything, so they won't. In other words, another empty political gesture that means absolutely nothing. So here's the question. How confident are you Washington will address our skyrocketing debt? Go to CNN.com/Cafferty File. Post a comment on my blog.